I went on YouTube and was was thinking about 15% uh, of a meal should be part should be carbohydrates, and the rest of it should be protein or protein and other stuff. Um, so anyway, what I wanted to do was I haven't had any eggs today, so I wanted to have some eggs and cheese and tuna. And so I had those things on my list of things of a snack, something to have. Um, I've been increasing my 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 food intake. I've been increasing the amount of uh, calories that I take in. I'm still eating 6 times a day, um, but I think my strength is increasing a little bit too. My dumbbells are getting I use a little bit heavier dumbbells and things like that. So I don't know how long it's gonna last, if I'm gonna hit a wall or not. But anyway, I looked on YouTube on making a tuna melt. Tuna melts usually have um, usually have butter in them, and I don't know if they have mayonnaise, but they have butter. They usually have butter in them. So I'm kind of making a derivative of something like a tuna melt because I'm not using any butter. But and I don't know how many carbohydrates are in butter or anything like that. I guess I could look that up and find out. So anyway, I put in 2 eggs, 2 whole eggs, okay, and I'm mixing it up in in the heat safe bowl for me, because whenever you heat up that bowl, then you can still grab the handle and not burn yourself. Just don't put it in between your legs. So I added some sharp cheese to the eggs, and I mix it up right there. The sharp cheese is not recommended actually for a tuna melt. I think mozzarella is used, or some other like Swiss maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, those things are good too. But the sharp cheese has a lot of protein in it, and that is tuna. That's a can of tuna. And it said, so you add 2 eggs, 2 whole eggs, and you add, I don't know how much cheese, which I added quite a bit of cheese in there, and then, you add 2 cans of tuna, and the tuna um, is each can is about 2 servings, so that would be 4 servings of tuna. Um, I think the tuna is 10 grams of protein, so altogether it would be 20 grams, and then another can of tuna, so that would be 40 grams. And I don't remember how much the eggs and protein were. I think there's zero carbohydrates, but the cheese has a little bit of carbohydrates in it. I think it's like 4 grams of carbohydrates to 14 grams of protein or something like that. But that's per serving, and I don't know how much exactly cheese I put in there. I just put in a handful. Well, anyway, I put that stuff, my mixture. I always mixed it after every addition, and I put it in the microwave for about 4 minutes. And then after that, then I use the handle because it's hot. You see that steam coming off there? Um, it's hot, so I'm using the handle right now, and I do not put it in between my legs. And then I mix it up again because I think it adds more surface area, so it cools off a little bit faster. And then what I did was I left it out for probably 3 or 4 minutes, and then I came back and I picked it up, and it wasn't hot anymore. It was wasn't burnt, wasn't gonna burn my skin or anything like that. So I grabbed the handle with my hand, and then it's kind of interesting because you know I I've been married for about 8 years, and this is the first time I think. Well, one of the first times that my wife said that she wanted something that I had prepared. So anyway, I'm looking at the back of the cheese there and finding out how much protein and how many carbohydrates are in it. Actually, I think that the cheese, that sharp cheese, I think it has 7 grams of protein per serving and 0 or less than 1 gram of carbohydrates. So I'm not totally cutting out carbohydrates. I'm my mom gives me a hard time because she says I need carbohydrates, but I'm not totally cutting out carbohydrates.